Will it be a
You can
question
start,
answer?
Parv. Yeah.
Right.
Hi guys,
Okay.
good evening. Welcome to NLTI. So CLAT 2026 results are out, and today we are sitting with two of the very famous personalities who are going to be famous in the next year. We have Parv, who got an All India rank of 2 in CLAT 2026, and we have Arg, who got an All India rank of 8. To everyone who doesn't know them till now, Parv and Arg are twin brothers. Yes, this might come as a shock to you, or this might come as something very surprising to you. But Parv and Arg are twin brothers, and this is the first time in NLS history that two twin brothers have given CLAT, have cleared CLAT, and have cleared CLAT with a single digit rank. And now both of them will be entering NLS for the next academic year. So, Parv and Arg, this is your moment. I will not speak much, but I would rather want you guys to speak and tell how you are feeling. So, I'll start with Parv. Tell me how you felt when you saw the CLAT result for the first time. How your parents felt. How did everyone react to it? We obviously knew your score, so we were even expecting a rank of 1. But we are so proud of you and so happy that you both got a rank of 2 and 8 respectively. But yeah, tell me, Parv, how did you feel about it?
So all of us were expecting कि कल तक आएगा, tomorrow morning. So we were in a family
Yeah,
gathering, and when we saw कि आ गए, we opened. First of all, the site crashed. So it took us quite some time. Then the laptop's battery
yeah,
died. We had to figure out our passwords. Took us a long time to figure out
yeah.
कि result कैसे निकालना है. And when we got the scorecard, everyone was happy. I expected कि one digit
Hmm.
आ जाएगा. I didn't think कि 1, 2, 3 में आएगा. So yeah, it was a
Hmm.
shock, a good shock. But everybody was there. Everybody was there to celebrate. They were very happy, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was a fun moment.
Arg, what about you?
Yeah, same honestly. I didn't expect कि एकदम ही सिंगल डिजिट में आ जाएगी. I was more like ठीक है एनालिस हो जाएगा, कट ऑफ तो क्लियर हो जाएगा. And
Hmm.
yeah, because when the result came, we were kind of in a like we were very panicky. Not even panicky. We were like very confused as to check कैसे करें. हमें password नहीं याद है.
Yeah.
Laptop में चल रहा है ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है. So it took us a lot
Yeah.
of time. I was fielding a lot of calls in that that span of 5 to 10 minutes, and yeah,
Yeah.
everybody is really happy. A little too happy, perhaps.
या पर्व, अच्छा ये बताओ, ये कहाँ एक नंबर कहाँ रह गया? आई एम पर्व नहीं, सॉरी अर्ग, यू टेल मी. पर्व गॉट
Hmm.
स्कोर ऑफ 111.75 इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, एंड यू आई थिंक गॉट
Yeah,
110.50. वो एक नंबर, एक क्वेश्चन क्या गलत सोच
110.25.
लिया? ओके, सो वेयर डिड दैट 1 mark गो?
Yeah, I think I made a few silly errors, and when I look back
हम्म.
on it, ये लगता है कि यार ये तो नहीं करना चाहिए था. But that's fine. That's what happens when you're writing an exam.
या
I think एक दो नंबर तो इधर उधर हो ही जाता है because
तो मॉक्स में
you're in a
किसके ज्यादा आते थे? पर्व के ज्यादा आते थे या अर्ग के ज्यादा आते
It
थे?
used to oscillate. जैसे
हाँ.
the last mock, he
ओके.
scored 1.5, exactly 1.5 marks more than me. So what has happened in
ओके.
CLAT is the exact opposite.
बट यार, यू नो व्हाट सरप्राइजेस मी इज, जब मैंने क्लैट दिया था इन 2021, मेरा 150 में से सेम स्कोर आया था एज पर 111.75, एंड नाउ यू गाइस आर स्कोरिंग 111.75 आउट ऑफ 119. मतलब आई डोंट नो हाउ intellectually you guys have grown this much कि इतना competition बढ़ गया, and the score that used to be enough for let's say out of 150 is now not enough out of 120. But to all of you wondering why Dushyant is here, Dushyant is an NLTI mentor. He gave CLAT 2025 and got an all India rank of 25. So Dushyant was the specific designated POC to mentor Parv and Darg. So Dushyant, you tell us how sincere were these two students, because I wasn't in touch with them for quite a long time, but you have tracked their progress since the very beginning. So you tell us a bit more about these two students.
I think some specific things which they did, which made them different, was the way they emphasized on reading. Like when I was like having their sessions and all, one thing which I found common in the way I prepared and the way they were preparing was that they focused a lot on reading. That means like reading extra newspapers, magazines and all. I think which helps a lot. And I was like fascinated that wow, मतलब जो मैं चीज कर रहा था कोई और भी वही कर रहा है. And apart from that,
Hmm.
if I'm not wrong, both of these guys were having like sufficiently good score in 11th as well, which was also like the same case for me.
Hmm.
So I think their emphasis on reading was something which made them like apart, like class apart from the others. And to
Yeah.
other aspirants, future aspirants, focus a lot on reading, I would say. कहीं ना कहीं आप थोड़ा सा अगर current मतलब if you are reading magazines and all, definitely आपका GK तो improve होता है, but the way you think, the way you are exposed to a lot of
Hmm.
critical comments on different societal issues and all would definitely help you to broaden the scope in which you can think. So this is something
Yeah.
specific which they did different.
Parvender, what would you attribute your CLAT success to? ऐसा क्या एक specific चीज है जो आप दोनों ने की that you think made the entire difference in your CLAT preparation and you would definitely recommend to CLAT 27 aspirants?
I think I speak for both of us when I say that reading newspapers is magical for CLAT. मतलब even if your coaching teachers, if your GK teachers or anybody says to you कि मत पढ़ो newspaper GK के लिए नहीं help करता, that's honestly I don't feel the same way. इस साल
Yeah.
का CLAT, if you had been reading newspapers diligently throughout the year, you would have aced the GK section. And again, not just GK, it would have helped your critical reasoning. It covers a lot
Hmm.
of bases. So I think reading
Yeah.
newspapers is non-negotiable. And I think one way we sort of stepped up was we used to read newspapers and magazines a lot, whether it be the front
Hmm.
line of लोग जो भी मिल रहा है वो पढ़ते जाते थे हम लोग. So we used to
Yeah.
read 3 newspapers a day. We used to read whatever magazines came our way. We just used to read a lot. And when you read a lot, you come across stuff that people might have missed otherwise. For example,
Hmm.
this year there was a question about Ramesh, the guy who survived.
Yeah.
What nationality did he have? If you're
Nationality.
reading a lot,
Yeah.
you would have come to know about his interviews with the BBC, about the case that he's fighting. Again, if
Yeah.
you read a lot, you think critically, you'll come to a lot. Maybe you might not know the exact answer, but you'll be able to apply your mind and maybe get to the answer. So yeah,
Yeah.
reading a lot is, I think, it will help you a lot.
Right. Parv, I have a couple of more academic questions, but before that, if you could tell future aspirants how NLTI helped you in your preparation, how helpful was Dushyant as your mentor throughout your journey, and would you recommend NLTI to all aspirants appearing for or targeting CLAT 27?
Yes, definitely. And why I felt NLTI was very useful was because if you go to a traditional coaching, I also used to go to a traditional coaching, you don't have a connect with the people who actually gave the exam. You do get to talk to them sometimes, but in you're not communicating with them on a regular basis. So
Yeah.
when you communicate with people older than you who have maybe not given the exam, there's a disconnect there. So when you connect with people who just passed out, who just gave the exam, they'll give you more practical advice and more they'll understand कि हाँ मेरे साथ भी हुआ था तेरे साथ भी हो रहा होगा कोई नहीं will get through this, which is
Yeah.
what Dushyant did for us. He sort of validated our process कि ठीक है your coaching people or other people might feel कि this is unnecessary, reading newspapers magazine might be unnecessary, but trust me, keep doing this, it will help you in the long run. And yeah,
Yeah.
so with NLT I think that's the best advantage that you'll have. You'll connect with people who are your seniors who not only help you in your journey but maybe when you enter
Now
into
you
college.
will bother
Yeah,
Dushyant next year whenever you are participating in a
huh,
moot or a negotiation
definitely.
competition. So Dushyant is there as your mentor for lifetime now. Arg, do you have
Definitely.
anything to add, or has Parv covered whatever you wanted to speak?
I think Perf covered everything that I wanted to say. NLTI can be really helpful because you're interacting with somebody who's essentially your peer, just a year older or 2 years older, and I mean they've like appeared for the same clad that you have in the sense that the pattern has not changed in the past 2 or 3 years, and I think that really helps because sometimes it's easier to talk to somebody who's closer to your age and somebody who's in charge of a smaller focus
Hmm.
group. That gives you a
Okay,
lot of
so Parv and Dirk, I have a few rapid fire questions for you. Answer in one word. What were your attempts in CLAT 2026?
119.
yeah 190 120 if you count the question that they removed,
Huh,
but yeah 190.
Okay, how many total mocks did you appear for throughout the year?
more than 100.
Roughly 100, more than
Huh.
100.
Okay, what was your sequence of attempting the paper?
We had different sequences. I would attempt with
Hmm.
English, move on to GK, then QT, and then legal and logical.
Mine would be
Okay.
like pretty much the same as English followed by GK, followed by QT, but only one passage of QT, and then I would go to legal, then another passage, then logical. In CLAT, however, I switched it up because the pattern changed a lot. So I
Hmm.
did logical before I did legal. I attempted legal at the end because logical was much more analytical. So I figured I'll take more time with this.
Okay. So talking about logical, now everyone was expecting कि AR तो आएगा ही आएगा exam में because it was there in the sample paper and also in the last year's exam. But how did you stay calm and composed when you saw that entire logical is just made of AR?
Honestly, when I opened the paper and I saw कि ये पूरा ही AR है, I had a good laugh. I was like, nice. It's not last year's paper. They have
Hmm.
applied their mind and they have made a tough paper. People are going
Hmm.
to get flustered. People are going to screw up. Now,
Yeah.
all I have to do, all I can do is not screw up, not get flustered, just keep swimming through the paper. And yeah,
Yeah.
that was that's the only thing I thought.
Arg, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I thought was मुझे अपना sequence change करना पड़ेगा because I know when it comes to like when it's to do with anything that has a mathematical
Hmm.
aspect to it, something that requires mathematical frame of mind. I think I naturally take a lot of time, like more time than I would with CR questions. So that's the only thing I figured. I figured कि मैं ये थोड़ा legal से पहले कर लूँगा because when I was flipping through the paper, I figured that legal is not that tough. It's not that lengthy. And yeah, I think that's the only thing. I
Okay.
figured अब आया है तो करना तो है ही. And the question seemed pretty well thought. So I thought कि
Hmm.
मजा ही
Hmm.
आएगा ये करने.
Okay, Parv, I won't take much of your time. I know people are waiting for you to talk to. But one last question for CLAT, just like a takeaway for CLAT 2027 aspirants. How would you manage your class 12th with your CLAT preparation? And if, let's say, you were an aspirant starting out for CLAT 27 preparation right now in December, what would be your exact year-long roadmap?
I would focus on utilizing December, January, and February a lot because in these 3 months, as a class 11th guy, you will not have a lot to study. So, strengthening your static part in these 3 months will go a long way. That's what we did last year as well. And after that, I think managing CLAT with school is pretty doable if you do not.
Neglect school a little.
हाँ मतलब you can't have your boats on two motorcycles वरना वो you'll be Akshay
Yeah.
Kumar in Himmat wala, right? You can't be that. That's not possible. You need to prioritize one,
Yeah.
and it's up to you. Whatever you prioritize, do that completely, and yeah, it will work out.
But I think it's pretty manageable since there's a lot of time between your actual board exams
हाँ
and
तो
CLAT.
school can be
It's like
managed.
two and
Hmm.
a half months. Like so, yeah, it's pretty manageable. Once you're done with CLAT, and AILET and CLAT whatever, you have a lot of time to focus on all of that. And as for the CLAT 27 wala point, I think if I were to attempt CLAT 27, wait December January, I would focus a lot on reading, covering
Hmm.
static GK, and I think for me, QT was the weak point. So, like last year, I utilized December, January on basically these two things, QT and static GK. And I think that helps because that takes a load off like later in your preparation because these things really, take a lot.
Yeah.
Take a lot of your time.
Got it. Thank you so much, Parvinder. I won't take much time. Go enjoy your night, have fun, party
Yeah.
hard.
Thank you.
We'll have longer strategy sessions with you guys going forward over the year. But today is your day, and go have fun. Thank you so much for tuning in despite a busy schedule. Congratulations again, both Parvinder.
Thank
And
you.
I won't be there next year when you join NLS, but I'm sure I will make sure Dushyant gives you a big party whenever you guys come here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
Bye
Thanks a
bye.
lot.
Thank
Have
you.
fun.
Thanks a
Good
lot.
night, Parvinder. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
So that was it, guys, from this interview. We had Parv, All India Rank 2, joining us, along with his twin brother, Arg, who got an All India Rank of 8. A very historic feat, twin brothers entering NLS simultaneously, getting a single digit rank in CLAT. So we are very proud of them. They both were in our Super 30 batch, mentored by Dushyant. Dushyant gave CLAT 2025 and got an All India Rank of 25. So this is what we at NLTI do. We connect you with previous year toppers who have been in the same shoes as you are in your CLAT preparation, and we can properly intricately understand what you are going through and how you can improve in your mock scores, in your mental health otherwise. So that is why people trust us, because they can relate to us. So that's it from this session. Dushyant, if you want to say anything about how sincere these students were, feel free. Otherwise, we'll end this call.
No, I think like they did what all could be like. आप सोच के कर सकते हो. Whatever was
Hmm.
foreseeable, they did, and I'm pretty sure about
Yeah.
that. Okay. Apart from that, like for the CLAT 2027 aspirants, nothing but focus more on reading as of now. Okay, GK with जो आपका December Jan में is not that relevant. So try to build up upon your reading skills, which is very important. आपको I think approximately like 90-95 marks you're getting just for reading some passages and answering out of it. Okay, so focus now on reading. After that, you can start from all those conceptual things and all, because once you start, थोड़ा सा it makes it like flow आ जाता है आपका धीरे धीरे. And apart from that, one more thing you can do is join NLTI. That could help a lot.
Yes, and you will get a chance to interact with none other than Rajasthan topper Dushyant Singh Nehal. So that's it from this session. You'll find me again very soon taking another toppers interview. But thank you so much for joining in this one. Good night.